Networking with other nail professionals. Do you have to do it? Is it important? We're going to talk about this right now on the Biz Talk. Myself, if I'm being honest, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not a networking person naturally.
What?
I swear to God, Tracy, really? You don't...
What are you talking about right now?
Your reaction was insane. Oh my God.
I'm legit confused.
Okay, so let me explain. Naturally, inside of me, like the desire to network with others is not there right now. Does that mean I don't do it and that I don't connect? Obviously, we're on social media and we do tons of we network with nail technicians and companies and we do that like crazy. But I'm just saying, naturally inside of me, the desire, it's not there.
Dude, you don't. I have this meeting and then I'm going here and I have this meeting, then I'm meeting up with this person.
I do it. Okay. You're right. I'm not going to say that often, but you're right. Okay. For young nails, when it comes to networking and making connections with other businesses, I do it. Right. Okay. When it comes to even banks and anyone that we might need down the road in the future, right? Yeah. Some type of connection, possibly. Do I network in that way? I do. Do I naturally, because I've met with, I don't know how many different people in the last 3-4 months, different, right? Yeah, a lot.
Zoom call after
Zoom after Zoom. Yeah. Podcasts, whatever I do, I'll go on and do it. And it is for that purpose, right? To get the brand out and network. But what I'm saying is if it were my choice, I would stay home. I would stay home and just
No, I get it because I tell people all the time I'm actually antisocial.
Yeah.
And
which people would never believe you.
And it's no, I really am. I do force myself to do it, and not that I don't enjoy it when I'm doing it.
Of course.
But it completely drains me.
Dude, I'm the same way. It's funny, my wife, she says the same thing. I don't believe her though. I don't care, because anytime somebody comes over, she's like, so how is it? She engages in conversation. And then I can see the person maybe sometimes wants to okay. And then she keeps going. And I'm thinking in my head, honey, they want to go. It's time for them to go.
I want them to go.
Or they want to go too.
Pull an RJ. RJ was probably 4. We had told him he could do something after these people left from dinner. He opens the front door right after dinner and goes, "You can go now."
Did he really?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's why I love kids, man. They're so honest. And so I wanted to start with that. I know it's okay, you're going to start with something negative. You don't like to network, because I know most nail professionals are probably the same, right? They're oh my God, I don't want to connect with other nail techs. I don't want to connect with other nail professionals. I know you see this a lot too, nail techs in a certain geographic area, they get ultra competitive with other nail professionals in their local area. They don't network. They don't connect.
Bad talk.
Exactly. They S-talk. Let's call it S-talk. Bad talk. Bad talk is so polite. You're bad talking.
Yes. Hi, Mom. I gotta be careful. She watches this.
You're right. Okay, they bad talk. And in total, the short answer, should you network? Yes, you need to network. What does that mean? I think on the most basic level, you should be connecting at least on Instagram with other nail professionals, nail technicians. I'm going to tell you why also. But let's start with the basic, Trace. Even in your local market, when you had a salon, why was it good to network with other local nail techs in your area and to have good relationships with them? What were some of the benefits of that?
Well, first, I think networking to me, anytime someone says networking, I picture just a room full of people with a name tag on them, like, "Hi, I'm Tracy," and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't need to do that.
Exactly.
For me, networking was getting to know them. If they were in my salon, maybe getting to know people outside the salon, and always being positive and nice to them. And that way, and if I got to know a certain nail tech, like, hey, I can't get you in, Habib down the street. He does great work. He might be able to get you in. Here's his number. You want to be able to do that. There's a couple of things. First, it just looks good.
Yeah.
You look like a better human being if you're nice. Not that it's a show. Two, clients appreciate it. People will remember that. Let's say Habib no longer does nails. What is he going to remember? You know what? Tracy was really nice. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna send people. I did that with salons. We went back and forth, and can't get you in. Here's this number, and they would do the likewise to us. So, and there's a multiple reasons to do it. My number one reason is you never know when you're going to be sitting across from that person.
Yeah.
I might need a job in the future in Habib's salon.
Right.
And I'm not doing it just for selfish reasons completely, but you have to think of the future.
Yeah. And Trace, you're not hired in my salon, by the way.
No, I'm going to destroy your salon. Set it on fire.
This is real talk right here, guys.
That's why I'm sending clients. They're actually moles.
Yeah, they're moles to find out the inside scoop.
Yeah. I want to have them you do their nails and not pay you.
Just complete setting me up for disaster. I don't know how often. Well, the natural tendency, right? And I have this too.
Yeah.
This competitiveness, right? Of
I want to be the best of the best.
I want to be the best. Exactly. Right. And so there's a salon over there and a salon over there. No, I'm going to bad talk you. And I'm going to bad talk you.
Why do you think it's so weird?
It's funny. It's just kind of funny. It's so nice. It's nice, but I know what it means. Bad talk.
Says it.
So you're gonna bad talk, say negative things about the salon. Don't go there. Come here. And you. That's like the maybe the urge because you're so competitive. I know I am. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, first of all, there's enough business for everybody. There is. There's enough people in a town to where everybody can have clients. But what you said was huge, Tracy. You just don't know. I mean, where you're going to see another person, you might be sitting across from them. You might need something. You just don't know. Karma can come around and bite you in the butt if you're an a-hole, and who knows what'll happen. But I love that though. That salon and you guys all are cool with each other, and you guys refer clients to each other because your books might be full at one point, and it's it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
What a great vibe.
And what a good way to have a network or sounding boards when you're having problems.
Totally.
Or having troubles. We recently got a DM from a girl, and she was like, hey, I'm in the salon. Some of the people have said that my nails aren't that great and that I need to improve and that there's these problems. And I'm like, well, can you not go ask them why?
Yeah.
Ask them to sit down with them and go over things and to show you what, that's great networking, I guess you would call it. But if you have connections in the industry like that, it's going to take its turn. There's going to be a moment that you can pay that forward, I guess, if someone helping someone out. And that's why I think it's great if we have this huge base that you can get information from. We used to do the road show in Reading.
Right.
And
what was that? Explain that real quick.
A road show was a 2-day workshop, basically. And I have Greg come out, Melissa come out, myself, and we would teach for 2 days straight. Yep. And it was a hands-on. So they brought product and they worked on trainer hands while we were doing it. Was up on the board and everything.
Right.
And what I always started the thing out with was listen, this is everybody from the surrounding areas.
Right.
There is almost 100 of you. please talk with each other.
Yeah.
Let's, instead of being against each other, let's talk prices. Let's set the standards.
Love that.
Let's quit competing. Because
Yeah.
you know what? If we're all doing it, no one can say anything.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And it was a beautiful thing.
That is such a great, I mean, think about it. Like there's hundreds, because you get like anywhere from 100, 150 sometimes, right? And from surrounding area. And I mean, with the population, there's, hundreds of thousands of people. There's more than enough people, right?
Plenty. Most of them had full clientele. So what are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean, I think, what is the, California has the highest number of nail technicians. I remember, I think licensed in the country is around 400,000. Something
crazy.
like that, right? 400,000 nail professionals. For 300 million people, you take half of that, which is women. So 150 million women spread out over, 400,000 nail technicians. I think is you
got it covered.
You can,
well,
it's covered.
And how many of those nail technicians aren't doing nails anymore? They just keep their license.
That's exactly correct. A lot of them, right? So it's even, the pool gets smaller. So just off of sheer numbers, when you break down that number, that's 410 women per nail tech. That's way beyond what anybody needs.
Hold on, let me think.
410 clients per nail professional.
It's a few.
And that's assuming, right? Like what I'm saying is if you split up the population evenly and everybody got a share of the pie, that's what it would be. That's more than anybody can handle.
I want more.
I need all of them. 320 million.
I never sleep. No, but I mean, and that going back to like, you never know when you're going to be
in front of somebody.
Yeah. I truly believe, and I know I've said this before, this is why I was able to do distribution in a very small town after owning a salon and doing nails for years in the same town. Actually, for 2 of the years that I was doing distribution, I still owned a salon and did nails. But I had no problem walking into anybody's salon to deliver product, to answer questions, do anything with them. Because
you already had a good relationship. We've seen this before where we used to have like some of our team, they'd be distributors. And I remember one particular group, I'm not going to mention names, but where
I'm telling
where other nail techs in the area would call us and be like, they're not selling me the product. Can I just buy it from you direct? Yeah, they're keeping it because they didn't have a good relationship. You didn't have that problem. And
I remember that because then on the flip side, they would call and say, don't sell to these people.
Yes. And we're like, we're a manufacturer. We're non-biased.
We're kind of in the business to sell.
We're in the business to sell. Like you took on the distribution so that you could do the same thing. But I think it is a perfect example for you where you were nice to everybody. You were had a good relationship. And then later, you didn't know you're going to go into the business distribution. You did. Yeah. And then because you had that foundation set of a good relationship, it kind of worked for you. So for that alone, it's great. There was an example, something that kind of happened with my wife. And I was like, God, this is why, beauty professionals always need to network and stay in contact with each other. And this is just purely on the digital side, She took my daughter to get a haircut and I asked her, I was like, hey, how did you find this hair professional? And she said, well, someone that I follow on Instagram that does hair, awesome haircuts, and I love her, the way she cuts and colors and styles. But she's up in San Francisco, but I love her stuff. So I follow her. I went into her page and then she went into people following her or who she follows, and found other hair professionals in Southern California where we live. And then she found one that she liked that was in East LA. And she was like, reached out, connected, found her that way. I think it's a great way. Like if you're connected with other nail professionals across the country on Instagram, digitally, on Facebook, people that follow them, but they live near you, they could recommend, like if you have a good relationship with them, if you guys are cool with each other, you're kind of connected and networked, you can start recommending people to each other, right?
Right. And I think it's even in the same town doing the same thing. Well, I don't hand paint.
Right.
But I know someone that does.
Right.
And, or, hey, I don't prefer to do smile lines, but they send it my way. Whatever it is.
Exactly.
Nothing negative is going to come from it.
Exactly. Versus if you're like, I am not following anybody, and I'm going to talk smack about everybody that's near me and screw all these nail techs. I remember we had that one, we've seen this, where certain nail techs were like, I'm unfollowing other nail techs.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Because first of all, they... Competition. Second of all, they didn't feel worthy. It made them feel bad seeing the other person's like.
Yeah, like they would see something. They would see something where it made them feel not good about themselves, so they would unfollow. Right? And you should be doing the exact opposite. It makes you feel uncomfortable. Why? Because you can't do it. Well, that's a red flag. Means you need to work on that. It's a reason why you probably should follow.
Exactly.
I mean,
think they're competition? You should be following them.
You should be following them. And why does it make you uncomfortable? Even if they're on the other side of the country, right? Or in another country, perhaps, and the work just makes you uncomfortable. And look, if it's like insane, detailed, like Japanese style nail art that's going to take 7 hours and like that bums you out, look, it's going to bum a lot of people out. That's rare. And it may not even be your market, take it as inspiration. Just like, it's beautiful.
If it's not artwork that that I don't enjoy, that I don't want to do, I might not follow them. But, I'm not going to not follow them because I'm intimidated by them or, I consider them competition. No. But, we all have preference designs and things like that we tend to follow more than others. But... It's just kind of weird, but yeah, even with them being on the other side of the country or the world or whatever, people get threatened by it.
They do. And I get it. I understand when someone makes you feel really uncomfortable, right? Like, and it could be that they're better at something than you.
Right.
And you know it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, inside, deep down, you're like,
there's a reason.
They are better than me at this. And so it's not a nice feeling. It's like, you just don't like, I get it. You don't like it. You know what I mean? And like, I want to be better. Like that's how I roll. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm so competitive, but I force myself, like, I'm going to just keep slapping me in the face. Trace, just do it. She's going to do it, actually.
But what's funny is talking about those nail techs that were unfollowing him. That was some of the reason, what you just said. But when they talked to the other nail tech, they found out that nail tech felt the same way about them. They felt that they were better.
Right.
And they were intimidated by them. So it's...
How crazy is that? Yeah. How crazy is that? It's such a... just fear and uncomfortable and anxiety can just start to twist your mind.
Yeah.
And your imagination takes over and off to the races,
I lost a client. They must have went there. They're in 3 states over. No, they went there.
They went there. They moved for the nails. They fly in. They have a private jet.
Yeah.
They somehow got.
It's got quickly.
For nails. I think, like, all in all, having good, this is what we're calling networking, right? Is having good, healthy relationships with people in your market, people in your area, and even on Instagram will bring clients. It's going to bring you clients. And like you said, Trace, there's not one bad thing that can really come of that. You're not going to lose business for having, quality, healthy relationships with somebody. It's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
And on the flip side, if you close yourself off, you're going to be in your own little world. You're going to be alone. And if you talk smack about other nail techs, you're going to be in a bad spot. Like, I'm telling you, that is a road to disaster, anxiety, and potentially you might quit. So, and even if you don't feel like it, like that's why I started this off with saying like, I don't like to network naturally, right? Because I like to stay home. Like I do. I'm such a homebody. Like my wife makes fun of me all the time. She's like, you and Theo, man, both you guys just like to be home. I do. I love just being home. It's relaxing for me. But for the company, I do reach out. I do connect with, I just keep good relationships all around with different organizations and even other nail companies. We have good relationships with other nail companies, other owners as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good, positive thing. So let us know in the comments below your take on networking. Do you have a good relationship with nail techs in your area on Instagram? Share with us. Let us know. Also, any ideas that you might have for upcoming episodes, put them in the comments below. We'd love to hear about them. Thank you, Tracey.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.